Taylor Swift performs on stage during the Reputation World Tour at Levi's Stadium on May 12, 2018 in Santa Clara, California. Taylor Swift's Reputation Heavy Tour setlist features almost all the songs from her latest album, plus many of her previous hit singles. But the show, which she debuted on May 8, also delivers a surprise song on each tour stop. Swift's nightly choices have run a gamut from fan favorite All Too Well to career throwback Teardrops on My Guitar. While most of Swift's performance is based on the main stage, she makes her way back to two smaller B stages, giving more fans a chance to see her up close. There, she performs Shake It Off, Dancing with Our Hands Tied, Blank Space and Dress, as well as the surprise song of the night on acoustic guitar. Below, check out the list of all the special songs she brought to the Reputation Tour B stage. Luckily, Swift is in the crowd have been quick to upload clips of these rare live cuts. All Too Well, Glendale, Arizona, May 8, Pasadena, California, May 19. It's no secret among Swift fans that the emotional red standout All Too Well is widely cherished. What better surprise to sprinkle into the setlist on the opening night of tour, then? I figured I would play this song you seem to request more than the others, she said, introducing the beautiful tearjerker. Santa Clara, California, May 11. Swift once performed Wildest Dreams acoustic at a Grammys event, and she brought that raw, impassioned version of the 1989 song to the Reputation Stadium Tour B stage. Swift gifted her mom, and, apparently, tour opener Camila Cabello's mom, was this touching ode to the mother-daughter memories they've made. The Sweet Fearless track is one that is rarely performed live by her. The Rose Bowl served as inspiration for Swift's B-stage surprise on her first of two nights at the venue. Roses Are Red, she mused. Cue an acoustic take on Red, the title track off of her 2012 album. Seattle, Wash, May 22. Holy Ground is all about romanticizing the time you've shared with someone, and an excellent selection to surprise an audience full of longtime, loyal fans with. Tonight I'm gonna dance for all that we've been through, she sings. But I don't wanna dance if I'm not dancing with you. At Taylor Swift 13 sang Holy Ground in front of me so close she smiled at me. She saw my outfit, my heart sign and smiled. I made eye contact. Incredible night, so glad I decided to get a seat by one of the B stages! Denver, Colo, May 25. Swift's second single, released over a decade ago in 2007, is one she admitted she hasn't played in 100 years. The singer-songwriter went back to basics with an acoustic performance of her song about unrequited high school love, and the crowd sang along to every sentimental word. Chicago, June 1. Kicking it back to country, Swift surprised her fans on the Chicago B stage with Our Song, her third single off her debut album. Based on this clip, the classic from her canon had just about everyone singing along. Will she play it again? Chicago, June 2, Foxborough, Mass., July 26. Swift's friend Martha Hunt says she's the one who suggested 22 as the surprise song on Night Tour in Chicago, and Swift credited the enthusiastic crowd at her first night in Foxborough for her decision to perform it again. It's not every day that you get 22 acoustic, but Swift has got it twice on this tour. Manchester, England, June 8. It's unlikely that the Manchester crowd of Swifties did not know the lyrics to I Knew You Were Trouble, but the pop star offered some advice anyway. Even if you don't know the words, it's kind of easy to remember this one part. She led them in the practice round of the post-chorus oh, and went on to deliver an acoustic rendition of the frenetic tune. Manchester, England, June 9. Those who attended the second Taylor Swift Stadium show in Manchester were in for a treat. A rare live performance of I Don't Wanna Live Forever, Swift's 50 Shades duet with Zayn. Dublin, Ireland, June 15. Playing Mean Live is a sure crowd pleaser, and Swift did just that at the first of two headlining shows in Dublin. Although the song was a mainstay back in her days touring in support of Speak Now and Red, this date marked the debut of Mean seeing the Reputation Stadium Tour stage. Dublin, Ireland, June 16. If you want to sing along, that would be absolutely glorious, Swift encouraged the crowd at her second night at Croke Park. She then smiled her way through the rare, acoustic performance of the 1989 track. London, England, June 22. Reputation album track So It Goes, has been noticeably absent from this tour set list, making Swift's surprise addition to her Wembley Stadium set all the more special. With this acoustic treat, she perhaps hinted at what the song sounded like when she first wrote it. On England, June 23. June 23 marked Swift's 15th show on the Reputation Stadium tour, so what better song to play? The country pop Fearless single was an early hit for her, and based on the crowd's reaction, it still holds a place in fans' hearts. Louisville, KY, June 30. The opening track of Speak Now wrapped the June leg of Swift's Reputation Stadium tour. I haven't played this song in so many years, and you're singing it so loud, she beamed from the B stage. Columbus, Ohio, July 7. Keeping in the tradition of Speak Now, Swift moved on to the pop country album's second track at her next tour stop. The song, about a classic crush that's so clearly a bad idea, was written when the singer was a teenager but held its own in a 2018 Taylor Swift setlist. Landover, MD, July 10. For the first of two nights in Maryland, Swift harkened back to the golden age of Something Good and Right and Real and the acoustic guitar beginnings of State of Grace, the opening track on her Red album. Landover, MD, July 11. The second Reputation tour set in Maryland delivered a rare, understated performance of Haunted, a Speak Now track that hasn't seen Swift's stage much since 2011 over 2012, back when she gave it a decidedly more dramatic treatment. Philadelphia, Pod, July 13. Before strumming the chords of Never Grow Up, Swift explained that she'd just gone back to visit the nearby farm where she had actually grown up. I got especially emotional when I walked into my old bedroom, she admitted. She hinted she'd be playing the song with picture of herself in her childhood room on Instagram earlier in the day, and the performance that night took on an especially sentimental tone. Philadelphia, Pod, July 14. After some technical difficulties that temporarily left Swift stranded at the main stage rather than floating in her cage over the crowd to the B stage, she bestowed fans with a highlight from her Red album. Cleveland, Ohio, July 17. The concert in Cleveland brought Swift's live debut of Babe, the Red era turned 2018 country single she penned with Train's Pat Monahan that got away, was given away to Sugarland for their latest album. East Rutherford, MJ, July 20. It was Swift's first show in New Jersey on this tour, but she gave a little shout out to its neighbor New York with her ode to the loud sounds, bright lights and new beginnings that the big city brings. East Rutherford, MJ, July 21. There's something about the way a Taylor Swift show feels in the rain, or so they say. Singing in the Rain, Swift happily performed the title track of her second album while dancing in a storm in My Best Dress, Fearless. At the second of 3 nights playing Gillette Stadium, which is where Swift had her first ever stadium concert, back on the Fearless tour in 2010, the star of the show dedicated Change to a fan she'd met at her meet and greet. That fan had told the singer how much the song meant to her, and it just so happened that Swift had already been thinking of adding it into her set. The stars aligned on this Friday night as the crowd was treated to a song that hasn't been performed live in years. Foxborough, Mass., July 28. Swift whipped out another rarity as the surprise B-stage song for her third and final show at Gillette Stadium, Hours. This concert date marked her 10th time performing at the stadium, where she was also the first female to ever to headline 3 shows in a row. Toronto, August 3. For its tour debut, Swift introduced an emotional second bridge to her acoustic performance of 1989 standout Out of the Woods. Remember when we hit the brakes too soon? She called out again. 20 stitches in a hospital room. You started crying, cited to. Toronto, August 4. Not only did Toronto get a surprise Summer of '69 duet between Swift and Bryan Adams, but the crowd also got what was seemingly the singer's first ever live performance of Comeback. Be Here, an unrated Red album bonus track. Swift surprised fans in her home state with a performance of her Pennsylvanian-written song A Place in This World, a rare album cut from her 2006 debut album, Taylor Swift. This special throwback quickly became a favorite out of all the unexpected songs Swift has performed thus far. Atlanta, GA, August 10. During the first of a 2-night stint in Atlanta, Swift admitted it was the first time she'd ever performed an acoustic cut of This Love, which she once said was a 1989 track she kept listening back to, over and over and over again. In the interview, the singer added, "It's kind of light hypnotic in a way, and it kind of is somewhat romantic and wistful and relaxing." Atlanta, GA, August 11. It was back to the era of Red at Swift's second show in Atlanta, where she played the Lucky One on the B stage. The song, about the highs and lows of fame, hasn't been heard live recently, though it was a mainstay on the Red Tour. Tampa, Flip, August 14. Bringing Invisible to the stage in 2018 is about as unheard of as it gets from the canon of Taylor Swift. Not only is the song from the era of Swift's debut album, but it's a bonus track from the deluxe version of that album. She reportedly brought Invisible back to life on a Tuesday in August for a fan who told her the song helped him come out when he was a teenager. Miami, Flip, August 18. "I'm 99% sure I've never played this song live," Swift admitted before performing Breathe, a deep cut from her Fearless album. The album recording of the country pop ballad features vocals from Goldie K. Latt, meaning this live solo surprise was a one-of-a-kind thing for fans to experience. Nashville, August 25. Swift says she wanted Better Man to have its own moment, and it certainly did, at the Grammys, the CMAs and at Nashville's Bridgestone Arena, where she treated the crowd to a rare solo performance of the beautiful song that was written by her, but recorded by country group Little Big Town.